Ever since I was a child, the World Cup was a moment for me to open up my eyes to the rest of the world and learn about new countries and watch how they interpret the beautiful game. And it's a magical moment, I think, for millions of people, and for it to be coming to the Arab world is something that's really extra special for all of us here. But really the story that we should be telling is how the World Cup has been transformative in making Qatar more accessible on a wider scale. All the stadiums that are going to be used during the World Cup are built to the highest accessibility standards. The World Cup has been a transformative point in making Qatar more accessible to disabled people. From the very beginning, accessibility has been at the forefront of the design process, and this is something that we now can see across different sectors of society, including transportation, accommodation, cultural sites, walking around the city.
Within Education City Stadium, there has been always a discussion about how to make the world of football more accessible, and especially the event, the tournament here in Qatar.
From a range of perspectives, QF's working with Q22 and the Supreme Committee to ensure maximum accessibility for fans and those coming to Qatar to experience the World Cup. So we're working on Q22's volunteer program and enabling accessibility volunteers to support fans run the FIFA Fan Fest, in the sensory havens on the Corniche, and also as part of the last mile within Education City. A really important part of the planning process for this has been understanding the huge range of different needs from an accessibility standpoint. There's not one answer for one person or one particular condition. Someone who's visually impaired, they have a range, they have a spectrum. It doesn't suit every person who's visually impaired, and they may have other requirements as well. So understanding that there is that vast range of needs and also a huge range of spectators. It's not one size fits all. So approaching things from an individual perspective, but trying to understand how that can impact a whole range of different fans. So as someone who has a mobility impairment, perhaps they have limb differences, they may be visually or hearing impaired, or perhaps even someone on the spectrum, by working with the Supreme Committee and Q22 to prepare the spaces as people make their way from the metro, they're coming to the stadium, ensuring that they have the most enjoyable fan experience and providing performances, activations, and opportunities for them to enjoy that as fans.
We are very proud that Education City Stadium has the first accessible room for people on the spectrum. The sensory room is located within one of the hospitality boxes and has been fitted out with multiple sensory tools and equipment that will help all the fans requiring sensory regulation to enjoy watching the World Cup from a comfortable space that will not overwhelm them.
The work that's been done to make the World Cup accessible has set new standards in many different ways. So the impact will not only be felt in Qatar and the region, but it would also inform all mega sporting events moving forward. One of the main things that's also happened here in Qatar is the introduction of the Accessibility Forum, which started in 2016, where disabled people and the organizations that represent them were able to come together and be part of the design process. It's obviously best practice to include disabled people in the design and delivery of services, and that's exactly what happened here in Qatar.
I think there is a movement towards making everything more accessible in today's world. I think there is a lovely spirit that we feel right now within the World Cup, with people wanting to be more supportive, wanting to find ways to be more inclusive to people with alternative ability. And we hope that this will allow future World Cups to be even more and more accessible. It's not about ticking the box at the end of the day, but it's about a journey that we have started, and we hope that it catches on worldwide.
The introduction of sensory rooms at several stadiums, the use of audio descriptive commentary in the Arabic language for the first time, all of these initiatives that have been put into place have really reshaped the way mega sporting events are delivered to disabled communities. So much work has been done to make sure that the user journey right away from landing at the airport, getting onto a a metro or a taxi or a bus all the way to your hotel, enjoying the city and all the amazing things it has to offer culturally, being part of the fan zone, the FIFA Fan Fest, getting into the stadiums, using the stadiums during matches. Everything has been designed to a really high standard. So much work has been put into place in working with volunteers and folks that are going to be working on match day as well. So I really invite you all to come out. This not only applies to wheelchair users, but blind fans, deaf fans, fans with neurodivergent needs. I really think it's going to be a great tournament for you all to enjoy.